This past weekend, I had the opportunity to test out the Nexen and Sur4 tires. Now, after you get over the long name, you will be excited to learn that these tires are only $120 a piece. That is cheaper than the Hankook RS3. So, the morning session I spent setting up the car. I am on a square setup. I came from a staggered setup, and I am running KW V3 suspension. Now, the KW V3 suspension is not well set up for a non-staggered setup. So I had to adjust the damping and get everything dialed in. So I spent the morning doing that. And then when the afternoon rolled around, when I got the car feeling really good, I ran into a lot of problems. And that wasn't any problems with my car, it was problems with other people's cars. There were a lot of people spinning out and keeping me from seeing what sort of lap time this car could do. So it actually turned out to be the last lap of the day. I finally got a clean lap. I had been averaging about 206 around Button Willow 13 clockwise. My last lap I got a 204.13, and the funny thing about this lap was it was so hot out. My average speed on that lap was one of the lowest of the days, but it was still my fastest lap. So from that we can gather that there's a lot more time to be had with this car and with this setup. And the other cool thing about this setup is I had a passenger in the car. This is a completely stock interior S2000. The ride height is set up so I can drive it up on ramps and service it. There is literally nothing race car about this car. It drives like a street car. And yet it keeps up with people who have track prepared their cars. And so that's why I like it. Now what I learned with the Nexen and Farah is that it likes a little bit of slip angle to go fast. And so if you drive the tire normally, you won't be getting the best times. But when you really push this tire, your times drop significantly, and it's a really fun tire to drive. And that's great because it's inexpensive, and so we like that. So here's that lap, here's that final lap of the day. After this lap, I packed it up and I went home. All right guys, that is it. Thank you for watching. Make sure that you enjoy your car.